You must not leave your house without a sunscreen because you have a potential to end up like a prawn.
When I have a breakout, like right now, I generally don't leave the house.
Not everyone is handsome. But what can you do? Not have pimples lah.
We love ugly people.
Welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered Gay Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by a skincare startup called Kissing, and I'm with the founder,
Aiden.
And I don't need any introductions. My name is Baby.
And my name is Kieran.
And today we'll be talking all about looks. Are looks important? Maxing your looks and all that jazz.
What does that mean? I heard this term maxing, but I don't
what's
understand.
I'm sorry, if you don't understand, it clearly means you're above 30 years old, People like me, we are like 18, 17 years old. We know what is maxing,
So nice.
skibbity alpha.
So can you explain what maxing is?
Maxing is a term, I believe, is like, you play games.
Yes.
Then you want to max out your stats. So maxing your looks means making your look as 100% as possible.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you're not Gen Z, clearly. You're not Gen Alpha.
I know people like clench their jaw to do that, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
like
it's called
pose in
mew- it's called
specific
mewing.
mewing, right?
My gosh, all these
I
terms.
can't find my jaw, so it's very hard to do it.
You should start doing it so you can find your jaw and give it like maybe 2 months.
Hey, but actually, I saw an Instagram reel. I got exercises to bring out the jaw. They do like,
Yes.
Are you sure
I-
that's for bringing out the jaw?
I do that on Grindr every night. How
Oh,
come my jaw never come out?
Actually, every night
Okay.
I do that because I grind my teeth. So that is a natural
Oh, I thought-
mewing, and which is why you can see my jawline.
So how important are looks in the gay community?
you first.
Very important. I'm kidding. Don't cancel me. I think that looks should not be the first priority. You must always look at what's beneath and what is behind that face.
Okay.
Why? Very PC, is it?
Very PC. I just
Unexpectedly
feel,
PC
I
from
feel
you.
like, how about what you really think?
Don't get cancelled.
We love ugly people.
I mean, personally, I told you all about my affection for prawns. So clearly for me, looks are not important. Like your face can look like you got banged by the Honda Civic and all that.
Like, okay, but coming from someone who actually started a skincare startup, do looks matter to you?
I think looks are important, but only to a very limited extent. Why do I say that? Is because our community specifically is very NPNC. That's where the term came from, our community.
No pic, no chat for all the white ladies watching America who's a big fan. Julie, I'm talking to you.
Looks obviously matter a lot, but I think that in this community, maybe a bit too much. Outside of this community, in the straight world rather, or just everyday life, looks also matter because there are companies that hire people purely based on their appearance. And if you choose between a person who is good looking and another person who have the same qualifications, some companies will choose the better looking one. They see it as like an intrinsic value of the candidate.
Okay, but there are some occupations that would need good-looking people,
Yeah,
like
there are.
air stewardess and
Yeah.
air stewards. Like, I don't want to be on a flight and the flight attendants are not cute.
For me personally, I feel that looks is very subjective. I feel like everyone has a different face. Everyone got different body size and all that. But I think what's important is owning what you have and giving it the best shot you have.
Yes.
Like if like, for example, not everyone is handsome. But what can you do? Not have pimples lah. You know what I mean? Like get good skincare routine and stuff like that. So you don't have pimple scars. You don't have like big, huge pores and all that. If you're fat, that's nice. You can at least have nicer clothing, have a sense of fashion and style. Do you think that gay men face more pressure than straight people to look good?
You first.
Oh my gosh. But if you don't actually present yourself well, people will not give you attention or they will not care about you, and that's where your insecurity will start to seep in. And I think that is where gay men kind of propagate that whole culture of like, looks are very important, and then have that pressure of wanting to look good, and then they start working out, and it's just an obscene amount of pressure.
Wow, obscene. But for me personally, I think it's the opposite. Like what I've discovered, especially being like a millennial gay, is that in our time, like being gay wasn't as like open and accepted, right? So a lot of gay people in my generation tend to work out because they don't want to be seen as kunyang or aqua or like feminine and less than, because most people will assume gay men, like when you look at the Western media, it's all like very like feminine, very portrayal, very like sit at walk kind of vibe. But the Singaporean gay man in my generation was afraid of that. They don't want to look anything similar to that. They want to be part of society. So they tend to work out, they tend to dress as normal as possible. So I feel like that's why there is that pressure to look good, because if you look different, then you might be seen as like out of like the bubble. How about you? Do you think looks, do you feel the pressure?
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
Because I think when it comes to straight couples, since
Yeah.
we are comparing, right? Usually how common we see is that the women are putting a lot of effort, dressing up, putting makeup, their hair, they dress well, they're skinny. And the guys, you know how it is. But
Like straight guys.
yeah, so they're usually a bit paunchy, slightly balding, and things don't fit.
Orgy! I learned a new word in my vocabulary.
But when it comes to straight, that's because like guys are more visual oriented. So they want their partner to be good looking. But when it's women, they usually care more about like financial stability in their partner and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So our priorities are different. But when both are guys, when in like a gay relationship, both are visually focused. Therefore, it creates like an environment where everyone cares a lot about appearance.
That's very true. Men are predators. But I think for you, because you own your skincare line, I think you have more pressure, right? Like if let's say you got one pimple come up, people say, hey, wallah, he's
Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. When I have a breakout, like right now, I generally don't leave the house.
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
Where's your breakout? You say right now.
There's a few. I can point them off when we're not filming. But but when I have like a huge zit on my face, I actually don't leave the house
Oh my god.
because it makes me very uncomfortable. I know that's a me issue, most likely,
Yeah.
but very real. And I just don't feel very good about myself. Yeah.
Pimples are all normal.
It's normal. It's perfectly normal.
Hormonal, like people like me, we are very woman, sometimes hormonal. There's also because of temperature, humidity, weather and all that. So you don't judge.
Actually, and that is why I feel like we need to start creating a more inclusive community where we don't only prioritize looks. This is just my effort to be a nice person and not a villain.
Okay.
Let's not prioritize looks.
I'm
So
going to defend
people
myself here.
Like
I'm going to defend myself and Aiman
Yes.
here. Aiman has said on this previous episodes that he likes prawns. Prawns means that like the body is better than the face. My exes don't even have body. So it's just...
They're all cute.
So
No, they're not attractive of it.
Satay ah?
So
But you will still eat satay though.
correct, I love satay.
yeah, so
With
so
the
like,
gravy, the peanut face.
I have to say that we are not very looks focused people here.
Okay.
We.
Yeah.
Do you see
I
the
am
direction?
also not a looks focused person.
So, like you mentioned that when you have like breakouts and stuff like that, you don't feel comfortable leaving the house, right? Is it before you created your skincare line or?
Definitely before. Back when in poly, I think everyone will have like breakouts, right?
Yeah.
Mine was pretty bad. And then I used to use makeup to cover that. But like as I knew how to use skincare, how to take care of myself better and my skin better, it quelled down. And now it doesn't come out as much. But when it does, I still feel quite insecure and brings me back to times where like I would prefer to not leave the home. So it's just one of those things that I'm working on personally. So hopefully my skincare helps people with it. It definitely helps me because it keeps my skin relatively breakout free.
Actually, to add on to this, right? Again, this is my attempt at being vulnerable. I actually had adult breakout 5 years ago. So it was really, really bad. It was, in fact, when I went through puberty as a teen, my face was pretty much flawless and smooth. So it was the first time when I was in my early 20s that I actually started developing acne and scars. And I think like you, I can really relate to that because I really didn't want to like meet people. I didn't want to go on dates. I didn't want to go out.
You just don't feel like yourself.
Drinking. Yeah, I just don't feel like myself
Yeah.
because I know that that's not my face. Ugh. And then I also started developing psoriasis and all of the other stupid skin
No, that's not fun.
conditions. So that was actually my first journey with skincare because I went to see a derm and then I started taking my skincare routine seriously and knowing that you must not leave your house without sunscreen. So if you are watching, you must not leave your house without a sunscreen because you have a potential to end up like a prawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell when people don't wear sunscreen. No?
Yes.
Usually the face, we have like patchy, then like a bit dry, then got like damage, maybe got sunspots here and there. So I tell you, if you don't believe
What he said.
in sun damage, I had this straight guy, I tell him, you need to wear sunscreen and all that. Then he told me, then how come last time, our caveman era, all they don't have sunscreen, how can they survive? I
People
was
died
like,
with the common cold in 30 years old last time.
no, I was like, babes. Back then, when they were cavemen, they had the ozone layer. We have a hole in the ozone layer. Of course, we need sunscreen now. It makes sense. It's scientific, Yeah. And just as a person that wears makeup, right? Nice face starts from skincare. Don't put makeup on like skin that is going through a rough time. Do you think looks will influence friendships? Like, are you more motivated to make friends with someone if they're hot?
Okay, I have a hot take. I feel like if you know that you are good looking, you will naturally gravitate to other people who are good looking. And then as a group, you will subconsciously project a very toxic aura, even though you may not intentionally want it. You see the same at like Slippery Slope or you see the same at like Rabbit's Hole where there's always this group of like gay men who just kind of look the same and all of them know that they are good looking.
Are they?
Well, they think they are.
But for me personally, I'm like the opposite. I'm not that good looking, I have to admit. But a lot of hot guys gravitate towards me. All want to be my friend.
I have a question for y'all. Do y'all feel better when y'all go out to the clubs and you are actually going out with a bunch of good-looking men?
I'm the
And
good looking one in the group.
Like when you are part of a good-looking crowd.
We like the confidence.
I am the good looking one. Hey, everyone
Love
around
that.
me looks good because of me,
We love that. We love that. We love that. So I saw Aiman at a party just last weekend and she
I was wearing lashes last week.
she was killing it. She was like, dancing,
that.
walking
Yeah, that's usual.
the runway.
You give me
and
one
the
Long
crowd
Island
was
tea.
also hot and good looking. We love that.
Yeah, you just give me one Long Island tea, everything will happen there. Yeah. How about you? Do you have like a group of friends that you party with and all that shit?
I do have groups of friends like that I go out with. Some
Okay.
straight, some not straight. But I think the most fun ones are the non-straight ones.
Are they all good looking?
I'm the best looking of my group.
So the rest are
Unfortunately.
shit, man. You never offer them Kiss SG, is it? Kissing.
Oh, I do. They just need to continue using.
So now if
Have you ever had an experience where you were judged for your appearance?
okay, you know what? I've been hurt, okay?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
When I was in my early 20s, I would go out clubbing with my best friend. And I remember this moment very, very vividly. And this is proof as to why you guys should never be a bully because you will eventually hurt someone and that person will become a bitch. So this person came up to me and this is completely like unprovoked, okay? I didn't go and interact with him. We weren't even friends, but because we have been at this bar for like many weeks, so we just kind of know different people there. And this guy just came up to me and he just said, "Oh, I always see you and your friend here. Y'all look like y'all are having fun, and you, which is to me, you are the less cute one."
Oh shit,
And I was like,
That's offensive.
"What the?" Is that like it was crazy?
Yeah.
Like this really was a very normal, unprovoked conversation.
Okay, yeah.
And I was really very hurt. But
Pancha.
you know what? That just actually taught me that like we should own our own confidence and we should never ever let what people say affect you and be your own. And then I became a
Who's him? What's his name? I'm for me personally, I'm just gonna call out some of the gay influencers in the beauty industry. I feel like when we talk about looks and appearance, right, we don't always have great days. So when I go for beauty events, right, there's always this pressure to look 100%. Because some of these people, right, they like to consider it tough love. But it's not, it's just shady and snarky. So I know one guy, okay, beauty, very big on Instagram and TikTok, Singaporean, I had a day where my eyebrow pencil was a bit short of a little bit of ink. And then one side, the tail longer than the other. That's like that. He came up to me at the event. Wow, you're so daring, Like, I wouldn't dare to go to a beauty event with my brows looking like that.
That's rude.
Exactly. And I was like, okay, do you have anything for me to use to help me touch up? Oh, no, girl, you're better off using the testers. Good luck.
That's just being shady.
And this is not the first time. Many people have talked about this person also being very... Like, for me, my thing is, we're all gays, right? When we go for beauty events, I feel happy that gay representation is getting more obvious, more commercial, more mainstream. Instead of uplifting each other, why are you trying to tear down one another? Because I feel personally he's doing that so that I feel insecure to go to these beauty events so that he gets more limelight because he's also another gay creator.
But see another way, he feels threatened by you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing right. You're doing well.
But my eyebrow was a bit... because... Yeah, he was right, but he didn't have to be mean about it, I feel like there's so many ways you can say it. Or like someone else came up to me and said to me like, oh my god, your makeup looks so nice now like last time you dressed like a clown, now you're more woman.
What is a nice way to tell you that your brows are wonky?
Oh, I would just say, hey, I was like that, hey, babe, don't mind me, but I think like your brow like a bit off on the left side. You want me to help you?
Okay, that's nice. So you basically
a girl's girl.
Offer help.
Yes.
And you come from a more empathetic position.
You can point out a problem
Yes.
and offer a solution.
Yes.
If you point out a problem, you laugh and you walk away, that means you're being shady, you're just feeling good about yourself.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I want to know, how do you tell someone that they are ugly without being mean?
Hey, I think, right, maybe if you do this differently, you will look better. Do you want to try? I'm sorry, if you're a nice person, you can say things nicely, man. But if you're a mean person, you don't know how to say it. Yeah. So all these SG beauty influencers, before I call out your name and say it on Patreon and all that, you all better watch out. Give you one more chance. Serious. Hey, a lot more. And then got one time, lipstick on the teeth. I see a girl, I'm like, hey, I will just, hey, babe, I'll take out the mirror. Hey, see your teeth. Then she'll wipe herself. Here, look, he never say anything. Purposely let the girl go around taking photos with the lipstick on the teeth. I pull her out.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm like,
A ghost girl.
Charlie's Angel. Sephora's Angel.
What about you? Have you been judged? Was there a story like that?
Frequently, actually.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, it's just how it is, right, in life. Everyone's judgy.
Yeah.
But like, I think more importantly is like how you deal with it. People say like you need to get your own confidence, be confident in yourself. But people don't know how hard it is to build confidence.
Yes.
It took me 10 years. I was quite insecure back then because of skin, and like obviously I was softer back then. And like it took a long time, and now I'm more or less unaffected by what people think.
Among the gays in the gay community, what do you think matters the most? Looks, physique, or money?
Personality. I hate this question. Why must we choose one out of these three?
Because in life, people are lucky to have one of three.
That's very true. I think from my observation, in the gay community, right, the one they prioritize most is either physique or money. Let me tell you why. You can be a handsome guy, but if you're fat, they won't give a fuck, man. But if you are ugly and you have the body, they call you a prawn, but they will still let you in. And they will like enjoy, happy, hook up with you and stuff like that. But if you have the money, then everyone want to be your friend. Because you open table, open guest list, open bottle and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think it's usually just money or body lah. It depends. If you want fake friends, then it's the money. If you want to get hooked up, you want to hook up a lot, you want to have a lot of flings, then it's just the body. But the looks, there's only so much it can take you if you don't have the physique. I feel like the physique matters more than the face.
What about you?
What do you
Right.
think?
I think money definitely, number one. Because with enough money, looks and physics don't matter anymore.
That's true lah. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
When there's enough money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
sugar
when
daddy mah.
to prioritize physics or looks, definitely looks over physics, because you can work out for a body, but you can't work out for a face. So
Would you agree or disagree that there is no ugly people, only lazy people? 没有丑人. I heard it's a Chinese idiom lah. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Do you agree with that saying?
you first.
I agree with it because if you actually put in a little bit more effort with like your grooming, if you smell good,
Yes.
and if you wear nicer clothes, and if you iron your clothes, you will definitely look better than your face.
I feel like when you look good, you smell good, you feel good.
Yes.
And then when you feel good, you naturally attract more people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like skincare is something that everyone can learn. Because I really do feel a lot of the problem with most men is not knowing what to use for skincare. And I always say 3 things is very important. Just get like a good cleanser,
Cleanser, moisturizer,
moisturizer, sunscreen. If you take care of your skincare, you don't like. I mean, your face you already feel good because you look at yourself in the mirror. You feel great. Your dressing, if you don't know what to wear, just go on Shein and look at all those inspirational outfits. Shein very cheap This shirt, $5.
This is from Shein too.
Shein. Okay, this one anyone can buy lah. Anyway, top. I wear bra so can look the same. How about you? Do you agree?
Definitely. When you look at someone, right, the first thing people actually notice, one of the things that people notice, right, is
It's my
hygiene.
big ass. Oh, sorry. Yes, hygiene.
That too.
Yes,
But like hygiene, and like when your skin looks clean, it looks bright, and your hair looks clean, you already look very good. You are good. You are at the starting line well. That. So actually, even if you guys are not very into dressing up, just take care of yourself. Look clean. Be well kept. You're already miles ahead of like your competition.
Yeah. But don't try to challenge me lah. I'm like the best. So if you try to compete in my lane, you will lose one. I'm like the prettiest in the group. Since you're on this topic, right? Aiden, what inspired you to start kissing?
Right. So it's because I've been using skincare for over a decade since secondary school, from Korean brands to like extremely expensive moisturizers, so everything in between. But I couldn't find a moisturizer with a texture that I like, moisturizing enough, non-greasy, and has the ingredients that I'm looking for, like niacinamide, ceramide, cica, etc. There is none on the market that fits the bill. So I was like, this, I'll make my own.
Very that.
And that's how my brand started. Took 6 months of R&D for just the moisturizer, 4 revisions, and here we are.
Wow.
It started from a need actually. Yeah.
From yourself to find
my
the
own need.
perfect moisturizer.
And we have the perfect moisturizer now.
Niacinamide and ceramide is good for your skin barrier. And most of the people have pimples and all that because your skin barrier is broken. And do you know why your skin barrier is broken or not? Because you don't wear sunscreen. So yes, if you actually want to get a good base to start with, right, you must always start by repairing your skin barrier. Only then everything else can work.
Yeah.
So what are some reviews that you have gotten so far?
Oh, actually, for the moisturizers, right, almost 100% positive reviews, even for the light and rich texture.
Okay.
Because everyone claims that it's extremely hydrating without it being too heavy. And some people, even myself included, have noticed that the fine lines just disappear because of how rejuvenating it is. And with people who have eczema skin, they apply on eczema.
I have eczema.
Yeah, especially the rich moisturizer, you have to try it. And we apply on eczema skin, it soothes the inflammation within 1 hour. So that's something that we are working with derms. We're trying to reach out to derms and aesthetic doctors for them to prescribe our products to their clients.
Oh,
That's how confident we are in it. Yeah.
Okay. I have stress eczema, So whenever people say I'm not pretty or what, my face get itchy. So if you ever want to support a local brand, or support a sister out, or if you want to get a moisturizer that can do everything that he said it will do for you, you can check out Kissing. Please, editor put in the website.
Yes.
Got promo code or not? I always ask for promo code.
We
you
do
know.
have a promo code
Okay,
for Dear Straight People, the community.
Yeah.
Do use it, 10% off. But everything at Kissing, nothing is expensive. Everything's on $50. So nothing is expensive, but everything is effective. So do check us out.
There you go. There you go. And then $50 ish. Minus 10%. That's about can lah. It's like free delivery if you think about it.
And if you order a kit, you get free delivery automatically.
Oh wow. That's how much is the kit?
Exactly 100.
Wow. And there's 3 things inside. So that means you basically got like a package deal lah. Bundle. Oh.
Kieran has already tried it actually.
Hey, then you never say your experience.
Yeah.
Well, you have been talking, right?
Usually you cut me off one.
My
Right?
God.
Usually you cut me
Actually,
off.
no. Do you know why? Because like this time we don't have the mics. So I'm like, do I talk now? Do I?
Usually you cut me off. Right? I was waiting for you to cut me off. You got try and your experience how?
I actually really like using the moisturizer and and sunscreen. Because I have really sensitive skin and because of so you know people get stress eczema, right? My psoriasis flares up when I drink and when I'm stressed or when I'm just having a bad day. So it's very annoying for me to find like a good moisturizer because most of them are either too light or they are too greasy. So this one actually is very, very fuss free, and I personally love how it feels on my skin. And each time I have a flare up, I just basically apply it on like those affected areas, and then it gets soothed out maybe within an hour. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's very effective.
Okay. Wow, I can't wait to try it then.
And I think you'll like our sunscreen as well because the finish is like a primer. It has a primer finish.
Yes.
So do shop at our website over here. And promo code will be DSP10. Will be end on 31st December. So happy shopping.
Yes. You want to start the new year, right? You better buy now. Then that way, no one can call you pimple face in New Year. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Once again, big thank you to Kissing for sponsoring to this episode and to Aiden for also being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, because I think our viewers actually don't know a lot of things from like gay sex to all this. So we're introducing gay skincare. What is gay skincare?
It's not gay skincare,
Yeah,
it's just skincare. But
Skincare for anyone with skin.
gays need it more.
Yeah. So I hope that to all of you who are watching this, you feel inspired to step out and learn more about skincare. Don't worry. It's not GG for you if you were born ugly. Just look at me. I'm still getting action. And that's the end of today's episode. If you want to watch the full, uncut, unfiltered version, it's on Patreon. Just subscribe. But if you're happy with today's episode, don't forget to leave a comment. You must say like,
Share.
and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.